I just want to give you a quick video update on Children's First policy, which is our safety policy to protect you and our students for the D-Now weekend. We have a strict policy. You've already filled out background information for us so that we have been able to run checks on you, but we also need you to follow some guidelines for the weekend, and they're guidelines that our staff follows all the time, but that you may not be used to. One is that you never want to be left alone with a student in a room by yourself. We have times during the weekend where we're going to want you to have one-on-ones, and that's a great time where you get to know the kids better and talk with them. But you don't have to be alone for that, and it's really for your protection that you're not. And what I mean by alone is that you don't want to be in a room with the door closed. If you can crack the door and leave it open, that way people have open access to the room. That's what we would like to have happen. That's what must happen in all the situations. If you can be in a room that has windows that you can open the blinds to so that people can see in and out, or if you can be in an open area like the kitchen but away from everybody, that's really ideal. Just think about it this way. If someone accuses you of something, you want to be able to have other people that can refute that accusation at all times. Unfortunately, we live in a time where you have to cover your bases at all times, where you can end up really hurting yourself and your ministry, and it protects you and it protects our kids at the same time. So as you drive around town, as you sit down and have talks, there's got to be two cleared adults in the vicinity. If you're transporting kids, as some of you may be, you may have a car full of kids that you're transporting from one place to another. That's okay, but we don't want to transport just you and one other child. We need to avoid that situation the best that we possibly can. So don't travel alone in a car with another child. Don't sit in a room with a child by yourself in a closed-off area, and just make sure that all your interactions are just above reproach at that level. Another great insight for some of you guys who have been around quite a bit, and some of the kids may know you, some of the kids will be real huggy and touchy and that kind of thing, and especially when it comes to kids of the opposite sex. If they're real huggy and those kind of things, just sidestep it, side hug them, do the best you can to limit the physical contact at that point, just to make sure that you're covering yourself. But we want you to be close to our students. We want you to engage them in a meaningful and deep way. We just want to make sure that you are protected the best that we possibly can protect you in these situations. Also, you want to make sure that you don't tell the kids that the things they tell you won't be shared with anyone else. The line that I use is, I'm not going to share things that you've asked me not to share as long as they're not going to hurt you, or as long as there's not any danger to you or to anyone else. I'll keep things confidential, but if I feel, and it's up to me, if I feel that something can harm you or harm someone else, I'm going to tell the people that need to be informed to protect you or to protect other people. And that covers your bases pretty well, but don't promise students that you're not going to tell, especially before you know what they're going to tell you, because if you hear anything about physical abuse, sexual abuse, abuse of any kind, we need to know about it. It's our responsibility to report that to the authorities, and it's your responsibility as well. We're both held liable. So make sure that you don't promise that, and that if you do hear any of those things, or really if it's even borderline, if there's anything that you think we might need to know, just make sure that we know that and are informed about it before you leave. That way we can minister to the child and make sure that they and their family are taken care of. I know you guys are going to do a great job, and I really appreciate you guys doing your utmost to protect yourself and our children. Thanks.